my fellow comic book collectors, it's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is the Friday challenge where I ask you to look through your long boxes normally, but not this time. Not this time. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to look for toys and items that are related to comics, but are not actually comics that we collect. So these are related to comics, but not actual comics. So I'll show you what I mean when I go through the list. You'll kind of get an idea for it. So I'm a big comic collector, but I also collect other things, and also I get gifted a lot of things, and sort of some of these things are very comic related and I kind of love. So I'm going to show you some of these things, and we'll go through the list. So the first thing is actually a gift that was given to me by my good friend Steven, and it is a little Lady Luck figure, and there's only 2 of these in existence. He has, so if you look at the very top, you'll see it's number 0002. He has one number 001. So we both have the Lady Luck one, and these were created actually by Kingdom of Spiders, is the name of the company that creates these like original figurines, and he actually got them to use one of the comic covers to create the backboard. I'll just take it out of the plastic so you can get a better look at it. So yeah, it's quite nice. It's like still mint in the box. So it's very cool. And she even has a little veil and everything. It's quite nice. So yeah, so this is the first item on my list. There's no order to these. It's not like this is my least favorite or most favorite. It's not that. It's just various things in my collection. So I really like this one, Lady Luck figurine. So that's my first item. So the next item is also another gift from Steven, and this one's really interesting. This is, gave me in a little bag. This is Junior Justice Society of America, and so it's like, you know, Justice League. So this is the Junior Justice League, and you get like a little, like a belt, or not a belt, what are they called? Like a pin. Simple words. And you'd get like this engraving on it. So this was actually from the mold. They basically restamped this piece of brass, I guess, with the original mold that was used to create the buttons. So it's pretty cool. And I don't know, does it have like, does it have a little note? I think it has a little note. So Alan, years ago, a metal worker was buying old stamps and dies from his shop. These were old items that were cast off and just in a bucket. As he put each stamp into the press, he pressed the metal to see what the die stamps were. These cast-offs were originally die for All American Comics premium pin for paying and becoming a member. These were the last in brass. He took the pure copper sheets. Oh, so this is copper. Copper sheets. He took the pure copper sheets and stamped a very few examples. I got just a couple or so. The pin would be cut out and the pin to wear, and a pin to wear it was put on the back. This is a historic comic thing for you. Okay, so that's his little note. Okay, so it's pretty, I don't know, it's really cool. So I didn't even have to pay to be a member of the, wow, actually look at that. I can actually see it better in the screen than I can in person. Wow, that's really cool. Junior Justice Society of America. Isn't that cool? Okay, so that's the next thingy in my collection. Um, Now, I go down rabbit holes, and this is like I go down these crazy rabbit holes. One of the rabbit holes that I went down was trying to find the very first appearance of Popeye in comics, and it was just a crazy rabbit hole. I thought it was one book, then it became another book, then it became another book, and then one of the various things that was along the way was this Popeye Comic. So it's not a real comic, but it's a mini comic, and it's just like a very small thing, and it's Popeye and the compass points. So let me see if I can make that nice and clear for you guys. You can see it says number 1 from 1933, I believe. Let's see if I can make it so you guys can see it better than I can. I think that's 33. My eyesight is not that great, and it's from King Featured Syndicate. And I believe these would be like in cereal boxes or something like that, right? I'm going to take it out and actually show you guys the little comic, and it's very small. It's like almost stamp size. And it'd be like this little thing where you can learn how to use a compass. And you see Popeye and Sweet Pea there. And on the back, there's like a little comic as well. And you got Wimpy, and I'm not sure who the other guy is, but yeah. So that's just a little fun comic. And that was part of my rabbit hole, like chasing the first appearance of Popeye. So, I thought it was a rather cool little collectible. I imagine not many of these would survive because they're so small, and I can imagine they get lost pretty easily. And, they'd be given to kids, so I can't imagine them doing that well. The next thing is another cool thing that I got, and I've shown this one multiple times because I love it so much. It is my Dracula genuine soil from Dracula's castle. Now, back in the day, you could pay $9.95 and you could have a piece of Dracula's castle dirt. Whether or not it really is Dracula's dirt, I'm not so sure, but we'll pretend. Because it does come with a certificate of authenticity on the back. It says certificate of authenticity, and it's certified by James Warren, and you know that this has to be real. So basically it's just a necklace you wear, and it's like gold painted. It's not gold, it's gold painted necklace. Yeah, from gold plated chain, suspended and transparent miniature coffin containing 1 gram of genuine earth from the exact place where Vlad Dracula once made macabre history. No mystic powers are claimed for this amulet, yet who will fail to feel the tingle up and down their spine when viewing oneself in the mirror, observing this rare soil laying close to one's heart. So, Dracula's dirt castle, genuine dirt from Dracula's castle. So this was like at the back of Warren magazine, so you could send in and send your money in, and you could get Warren, junk. So but it's so like bizarre that it's kind of cool, and I really like it. So actually, at one point I had like 4 of them. I kept on buying them because I thought they were so cool. I gave one away to a friend, but I really like them. I think they're really cool. So the next thing is another Warren item, and I really like this one. This is my Vampirella miniature figurine, and I just really like it. It's got the little bat, and it's been hand painted. The person who painted it did an amazing job. And it's just a really cute little statue. This was from Aurora Model Kits, and it was just really, really well done. Whoever painted it, I mean, they even painted like the little bat on her waist and her armband, and they even gave her earrings. Just really well done. I really like it. So I always have it in display so I can always see it. So I really like it. So that's my next item. Now I have 4 more items to show you. One is from my childhood, a toy that I really liked. And I used to play with this all the time when I was a kid. I'm amazed that it's still in reasonably good condition. I mean, it's except for the fact it doesn't have the box and stuff. I mean, I played with it a lot. So this is Darth Vader. It still has his lightsaber, and you'd go meow, meow, meow. It's like, and you'd do the little lightsaber battles, right? It still has the original like vinyl or jacket that they gave him, sort of plasticky thing. And it's just a really cool Darth Vader toy. This is from the original series, actually. This would be probably from 1980 or late 70s, early 80s. And yeah, it's not worth much. I was surprised how little it's worth, because it needs to have that bag and not the proper not bag, but the proper case that it would come in. So these loose figures don't really go for that much, but still pretty cool. I really like it. Reminds me of my childhood, and all our friends would come over and we'd all like see which ones we had, and we'd all compete to see who had the most. I was a little bit young at that time, actually. These were mainly my brothers, and I sort of got them later on. But I played with them as well. So my brother's 2.5 years older, and it made a big difference at that time. It's like he was a little bit older, and I was like trying to play along with them. So the next item is actually another rabbit hole that I went down. I really like controversial comics and things that are just like interesting stories. And one of the stories that there was a comic about was one where a guy deliberately made a comic to basically get sued by Disney. He deliberately created a comic for that reason. Like, he wanted to just be annoying to Disney. So he created this one called Air Funnies or Air Pilot, Air Pilots. And basically it showed Disney, Mickey Mouse on an airplane smuggling dope. That's what it was. And it had like sex scenes with like Minnie and Mickey and a whole bunch of bad stuff inside the comic. Really just to, as I said, to make Disney upset and get sued. And it worked. He got sued. He released 2 comics, actually. But I wanted to find out what was the inspiration for that comic cover. And what it was this one right here. It was a little big book, or big little book, I should say. And it's the exact same image, except for instead of saying male, it said dope. And I think it's kind of cool that he really did try to do everything. So not only did he like really insult Disney, but he also did a cover swipe, like unauthorized cover swipe, and changed that one element. So yeah, so this is the Disney Big Little Book, The Male Pilot. So, and I don't know, it's another one of these rabbit holes that I go down. And I'll show you the back as well. So this is not the real cover. It's just somebody created. They created a cover, like a unique cover, so that it would protect it. So this is just the protective cover, but underneath is the original cover. So it's not. It's just to protect it. Okay, got 2 more items. One is another gift. I like gifts. I'm bad that way. I really like my gifts. people send me stuff. And one of my friends that I met through this channel actually was a German kid named Falco. And he would enter into contests and he would win a lot of these contests. And then he would send me the winnings of different things that he had won. And he would win a lot of Funko Pops. And one of the things that he sent me that I really, really like is a Funko Pop for Wonder Woman. So this is a really cool one. And it's Wonder Woman. And it's Funko Pop 423. And it says White Lantern. It says White Lantern. Wonder Woman White Lantern. It's an exclusive glow-in-the-dark Wonder Woman. So just really, you know, kind of a cute little Funko. I thought it was really fun. You know, I like these things. I like Funkos, actually. I think they're really cool. I actually have, like, about 20 Funkos in my collection. So, yeah, I don't know why I have so many Funkos, but I really like them. And my kids have, like, several hundred Funkos in their collections. So, sometimes the ones that were in my collection get stolen and they pick them up. Now, the last thing in my collection that's comic related, but not actually a comic, is a book. And this book sent me down many, many rabbit holes and really got me into collecting Golden Age. If it wasn't for this book, I really wouldn't have known much in terms of Golden Age and really gotten into the history of the Golden Age. This book was actually what killed the Golden Age of comics. And it's just a major book. So it's The Seduction of the Innocent by Frederick Wortham. And it's got the original dust jacket. And it's just a really cool book, you know, because of the history. Probably one of the more hated books in history because of the fact that after this book was written, it really demonized comics and encouraged people to basically either burn their comics or it can convince the publishers that they really had to do something, and actually ended the Golden Age of comics, and they had to come out with the Comic Code Authority, which really destroyed a lot of comic publishers. They went from having about 2,000 different publishers, big publishers, to only a couple hundred afterwards. And it was very disruptive to the comic book industry. Comics before this book came out were read by everyone. I mean, they were commonly read. After this, they became less common. You know, print runs back in the Golden Age were like in the millions. And this book kind of ended all that. So, very important book for history. And it's just a it's a fascinating read because you get into the mind of somebody who uses their own political and pseudo-psychological things to create their own narrative of what they think is destroying the youth of America. So I'm just going to show you a few of the pictures. And a lot of these pictures are books that I tried to pick up. And there's about 155 different comic book issues that were mentioned in this book. And I've gotten so far 152 of them. So I'm only missing 3. So very cool book. Interesting man, whether you agree with him or not, but very interesting. And this is the last item from my comic related items that are not comics. So if you have some comic items that are not comics that you want to show, all you have to do is use the hashtag Friday Comic Challenge and show your stuff. So have fun. I hope this video kind of brings the community together and we all show our stuff and, you know, gets people talking. That's all. I hope it's fun. Okay, thanks again for watching. Bye for now.